Hey everybody, this is Rev J with Rev J Rides. We are riding home after a really nice ride out to see Burgess Falls. It's starting to get kind of late in the afternoon. We've been hot most of the day. It was a hot day, scorching. My thermometer on my bike here said it was about 97.7 degrees. Whew. That's hot. But it was a wonderful day and we're ready to get back home. Thinking about wanting to get back home makes me think about the story of the prodigal son in the Bible. It's found in Luke chapter 15 if you want to look it up sometime. But the main thing that I would like to talk about today is the fact that this prodigal son, the son who asked for his inheritance before his father even passed away, and then decided to go and party and squander all the money he had received. He ate pig slop eventually because he had no way of making a living. And for a Jewish man, that would have been a pretty difficult thing to feed pigs and then on top of that eat what they were eating. It's a very humbling situation for him, I'm sure. But it says in the Bible that he came to his senses at that point. And yes, sometimes we have to get down mighty low before we finally respond in a sensible fashion. Sometimes we just don't use our heads and we get down low. But eventually he came to his senses and he decided it would be better to go home. He thought, my father's servants, even the slaves, and that's what servants were back then, were slaves. Even the slaves eat better than I'm eating here, eating this pig slop. I'd be better off to go home because my father knows how to take care of his workers better than these people know how to. So, he went home. Now, it was still a humbling situation. He longed to be home because he could be taken care of better, because he could take care of himself better or whatever. But he longed to be home. And so he came to this conclusion that he would go and ask his father if he could at least be one of his servants, one of his slaves, one of his workers. Now, the father watched for him every day. Of course, the son would not have known that. He didn't know that his father would sit out on the front porch. And I'm visualizing, I don't know if he had a front porch, but he doesn't know that his father would be, occasionally looking in the distance where he had left towards in that distance and thinking, boy, I wish he would return. Sure would love to see my son. I hope he comes home soon. And I guess he might have done that for a long period of time, days, years, who knows how long, I don't know. But, after the days turned into months and months turned into years, I suppose, he was still looking for him. He still wanted to see his son. The son didn't know that. The son came home ready to ask him, can I be one of your servants? Can I be one of your slaves? Would you please let me be a worker? I'm so sorry. But he never had to say a word because his father met him down the road, down the driveway, if you will. Met him and hugged him and gave him the rightful place of a son by putting a ring on his finger, a signet ring, which meant he could sign any document for the family just like the other son could. He welcomed him back with open arms, with love. He was joyous, threw a party for him. The son that I thought might be dead is alive, and we're going to celebrate. You know, that son probably longed to stay home worse than or go home, worse than I do. This little bit of heat that I'm dealing with today is bad, and I do want to be home on this little ride. Had a great time on the ride, but it's hot and I'm ready to be home, but not to the depth that this son wanted to be home with his father. What keeps you from coming home to be with God the Father? He loves you. He will open you or welcome you with open arms. He won't be mad at you. He won't put you down. He won't make you serve like a slave. We're going to stop over here at this ice cream place. Well, drive-in, if you will, and it's got ice cream in it, or at it. I believe it's called Snow White's. Anyways, I've been here several times, and Brett's been here at least one time with his wife, Gwen, and so we decided to pull over here and grab some milkshakes and stuff. Should be good on this hot day. If you're ever in this area, this Lebanon area, they've got this place right here, this little drive-in. It's a really cool place. Snow White's Drive-In. Come check it out. They got some great food. This new bike of Brett's, that white and blue, man, that's a pretty color combination. You probably can't see it in the video, but that blue's got some really great looking metal flake in it. It shines, it pops. God has blessed him with that new bike. I'm gonna get me a chocolate milkshake, and I can't wait. It's a hot day, and that nice cold chocolate milkshake is gonna be great. I wish you could have some with me. Come on out to Snow White's Drive-In. There's another aspect to this story of the prodigal son that I'd like to cover real quick. There was another son, two sons. The oldest son stayed home with his father and continued to work with his father. And he was not happy when his younger brother came home. We need to rejoice when somebody comes home to the Father. Hey, please hit like, share, and subscribe. God bless.